Hello guys, you have joined into GT7 gameplay. We'll be trying some weekly challenges onto Tokyo Expressway in Corolla Levin car. The rating of this car is 380. The required rating is 450. Moving on to the first turn, getting some slipstream from the car ahead, which is the Subaru BRZ. Downshifting to third gear, revving it up to 7000 RPM. Overtaking at 160 miles an hour and using the horn as the curse button. Curse is basically kinetic energy recovery system used in F1 for using all the braking and the energy losses into a useful energy, which we can deploy into the straights when we need high acceleration. So moving on a little bit, overtaking our first position and coming to seventh position. Downshifting to third gear before we come to a bang. Meeting the barrier. Onto the final lap. We see that the car has just been able to move up to 7th position, which is quite true since this is an underpowered car, since the rating is 380. Knock from behind for the same car.
Unbelievable stuff!
David Croft going absolutely mental on his seat and cheering me out from his top of the voice. And again we meet the barrier. Downshifting, revving the car up 2.9 seconds from the previous lap. Into the tunnel, we are approaching the last corner, or I should say the penultimate corner, and we drag against the barrier, block the path quite annoyingly for the Scott, and drag race to the finish line, and it's a 5th position. Could finish only 5th. Moving on to our second try, where we have upgraded our car to RX-7, which is a 460 performance points car. As we can clearly see the speed difference. Quickly overtaking the 8th car. On the right turn, we get into the slipstream of Toyota. Overtaking from the left, driving the car at 200 kilometers per hour. Already into 6th position, going from the inside, have a sneak peek at the back. Already onto 5th, gaining on the 3rd position at 200 kilometers per hour. Into the tunnel, just inches away from the barrier. Moving on a few bit, chasing down the 2nd position with 1st in near sight. Trying to turn, but the car understeers into the barrier. Downshifting it and accelerating it. On to the last turn for the 1st lap, grazing the wall. Moving on a bit onto the 2nd lap, still chasing the 2nd position. Trying to take all of the drag. Overtaking the 3rd position, grazing the wall in the tunnel. can win this race if we don't do any mistakes. Ramming up the car up 1.9 seconds from our previous lap. Just coming to the penultimate turn for the last lap. Trying to get into the slipstream of the first position. But car quite slipping, using the horn as tactics, but couldn't finish better than second. So here's our third try. Third time lucky. Let's try it out with same car, the RX-7 GTX. Gaining a few confidence in the turns and the handling of the car, as we have driven it about 27 kilometers. Using the horn to extensively blow others' mind, and as we speak we have already came to the second position briefly, and unfortunately we crash it out. We reach quit, and here's our fourth try. It was going quite well, but indeed fourth time lucky. Moving, taking the first position as quickly as possible, getting into grips with the tire compound and the driving style, sliding beneath in from the inside for the 7 driver, using the horn to blow out the minds of the roadster. At 5th position, into the tunnel we go. We move up one place.
Through goes Hamilton! Unbelievable stuff!
Use it on to move forward, and Stephen Croft going mental in his seat, crushing all the barriers today, losing quite a bit of speed but gaining as well as losing a position, getting into the slipstream of the second position and overtaking it from the inside. And indeed, you guessed it well, hard breathing into the third gear, blocking the third position, accelerating 3.3, now 143. Moving on to the second lap, where we crush the first position with our horn, over 200 kilometers an hour in 5th gear into the right turn. Into this slipstream, into the tunnel we go, trying to go it from the outside, and we are done. Downshift a bit, sticking into the outside, and we have completed the overtake. Now if we don't do any mistakes, we would be finishing first, but you know how this video goes. Downshifting into third to check if it's the right gear, but went into the barrier once again. The first position slips past beneath a sketchy path. You can see the trauma on my face, and finishing second. Let's try out the next time, maybe a 5th time lucky. So similar case, walking out from the 8th position as fast as we can, taking the first turn a bit wide and getting into the slipstream and moving out in from the inside up to 6th. Hard on the accelerator, full throttle, getting into the slipstream, passing the roadster. Moving forward a little bit, there's a pack of 3 cars ahead. Moving on one by one, revving the car out at 4th gear, keeping it in 4th gear. A bit sharp right turn, downshifting it to 3rd gear. We have the first position in sight, which is our target, which obviously we want to achieve in this race, 5th try. Downshifting to 3rd gear to keep the rotation. Into the last turn for first lap, hoping to get the slipstream from the second. Settling in 4th position, starting the second lap, trying to go from the inside, pushing to the limits, and we push the first position, but he himself drops. Moving on, we are focused to be the first driver and take the position. Taking the first turn at a beautiful speed of 160 kilometers an hour. Getting into the slipstream and overtaking the first position. Revving the car out at 4th gear before we get into the tunnel. Keeping it wide. A drag race between us, but we have to keep the position. Settling back into the race, and we drop down a few seconds. Coming the penultimate corner of the race, downshifting to 3rd gear for rotation, increasing the accelerator, giving it the throttle in 3rd gear, downshifting to 3rd gear, but it's quite low gear for this corner. Revving up at 3rd gear, and we finish second. Hope the magic saves us in the 6th try. Checking the traction control and slipping from the 8th position, switching on the lights for better use. Going in hot for attack on the 5th position. We gain 1 position here and into the slipstream properly again. Top speed was 202 kilometers an hour. Here it went up to 205. Quite wide entry into the tunnel and a wide exit into the tunnel out. Using all the drag and tangling with the 4th position currently. But never losing hope, we can do it. Using 4th gear into the first corner. The bots brake a lot and we have taken the lead of the race. Getting a sigh of relief, but we know it's a hard task to maintain, so we need to push harder. Into the technically second corner of the race. We are 8 tenths up from our previous lap. Keeping it into 4th gear into the tunnel. Downshifting for better rotation out of the tunnel and giving it full gas. reaching the penultimate corner of the race, downshifting third gear and keeping it nice and tidy. One last turn, keeping it in third gear, getting the apex right, messed up a little bit.
Get in there, Lewis! You're the man! You're the man!
Finishing finally into the first and getting a sigh of relief. Thank you.